Hallo, ich hoffe, euch geht es gut. I hope you're well and that you had an absolutely fantastic week. So today is number 9 of my 21 days to boost your German vocabulary. Now today I wanted to talk about very long words, lange Wörter, very long words in German. Now, German is really famous for that, isn't it? Words that are that long, well, not quite that long, but words that have one word and another word and another word, and then they come all together, and they're all written together, and they've got one gender. So today, I wanted to just talk about the nouns of words, of compositor. I know I spoke a few days ago about the different types of words and how they're put together, but today I wanted to just talk about the nouns, subjects, and show you how you can learn them and how you can really break them apart, and basically have a look at a couple of longer words and how they work and how the genders work. So for that, I just wanted to share, first of all, wanted to share my screen with you. So here, one of the words that a lot of you perhaps know or remember, or you can find that really anywhere. As soon as you put in the into the internet, the longest German word, this one comes up. So, and basically it is Donaudampfschifffahrtsgesellschaftskapitän. Yeah, so Donaudampfschifffahrtsgesellschaftskapitän. I have to concentrate to say it a bit quicker, but I would really, as a German, I would really take my time reading that word, because for anybody to understand that, you cannot read it too fast. And that is very often, people find that they come across a long word. First of all, they think, whoa, and really haven't got a clue what it says. And also when they're reading it, it's like you think you've got to say it quickly as it's one word. One thing to remember is, first of all, don't get frightened by long words. Break them into their pieces, because this word, for example, you really have to read it like Donaudampfschifffahrtsgesellschaftskapitän, because a Donau is a river, Dampf is steam, Dampfschifffahrt is steam shipping, like steamboats, Gesellschaft is a society, organization, or company, and we've got the Kapitän at the end. So it's a captain of the ship that goes on the Donau. Now, a lot of these words, usually you wouldn't have long words like that. This is just like a bit of a game to make it the longest word. Obviously, knowing German and thinking about German, this is not the longest word. And the longest word in German probably has not yet been written, because all I could add at the end here of that word, I could just add a Mütze, cap. So I could say die, I would change it to die, because Mütze would be, I can just actually just add that sort of here, but it's not quite here. I could have an S and Mütze. So let's just move it in there. There we go. And I would have to make this here a D, because obviously it's D then, if I have that added. So it would be die Donaudampfschifffahrtsgesellschaft Kapitänsmütze. So in a way, it's a cap of that captain who is on that boat, on the Donau. So really, if you look at it, words like that, it can be forever continued. You can add the, I'm going to put that there so you see it's added. You can add the color of the cap. You can add all sorts of things. Obviously, you wouldn't be speaking with words like that. But for a bit of fun, and if you were to play hangman at school, German is a fabulous language to play hangman at school, really, because you've got those long words. So one thing to keep in mind is, if it's one item, it is one word in German. The last word in the word determines what gender it is. So, but very common words in German are das Flugzeug, the aeroplane. But you've got der Flug, which is a flight, das Zeug, stuff. Oder der Bahnhof. But the two words in it are die Bahn und der Hof. Der Flughafen, der Flug und der Hafen. Die Kaffeemaschine, der Kaffee und die Maschine. And then you can obviously extend that. I could, like, for example, say die Flugzeugtür. Tür is a door, so it's a door of the aeroplane. Oder der Flugzeugtürgriff. It's actually the handle of the door of the aeroplane. So the aeroplane door handle, literally. And if you had that word in English, the aeroplane door handle, in German, you just write it in one word and put a gender in front of it. So when you're looking at the dictionary, the thing really to look for are, I mean, words like this, Flugzeug, Bahnhof, Flughafen, Kaffeemaschine, you would find in the dictionary. But I would not think you would find der Flugzeugtürgriff. You probably wouldn't even find die Flugzeugtür on the dictionary, in the dictionary. So the thing to do is have a look and break them apart. See how far you can go. So I'm just going to stop sharing this and share my other screen, because I just wanted to show you the dictionary here. So looking at Dampfschifffahrt. So this is quite interesting, because not looking at the Donau just wouldn't work with it because it's a river. But looking at a word that would make sense, I would have just looked for Dampfschiff, but actually what came up already is Dampfschifffahrtsgesellschaft. And that's quite unusual, having such a long word there, but it is there. And it just says the steamship company, so die Dampfschifffahrtsgesellschaft. And it even gives us a plural. And I don't think I'm sharing the sound here at the moment. Let me just share the sound with you as well, that you can hear this. Let's have a look what they, hang on a minute, share computer sound, so that you can hear this one, how they're saying it.
Die Dampfschifffahrtsgesellschaft.
Actually very interesting that it's really slowed down, die Dampfschifffahrtsgesellschaft. Because sometimes when you're saying the words too quickly, the long words, as a German, I wouldn't know what you're saying. You've got to make sure you're saying them clearly. As a German as well, I want to hear the words. Yes, some that are Flugzeug, that are quite common, or Dampfschifffahrt. But Dampfschifffahrtsgesellschaft, you can't say Dampfschifffahrtsgesellschaft. So you can't say it too quickly so that nobody hears it. Yeah, but if I, for example, have the Flugzeug, for example, so I would have Flugzeug. I would have there are obviously a few words that have an extra word. So Flugzeug. Oh, I didn't want that. So Flugzeugträger. So you got Flugzeugtyp, Flugzeugpark, Seil, Wart, Abgas. You haven't got the door here. Let's just have a look further down. I'm just going to do that. Yeah, we can just have a little look. Oh, it doesn't give me. Oh, actually, let me just see if I can do it like that. As a Flugzeug, Typ, Träger, Treibstoff. Yeah. No, there you go. The Flugzeugtür is already not there, so definitely wouldn't have the Flugzeugtürgriff. So this is just to show you, you would have to look up Flugzeug if you're not sure. Flugzeug, look that up. And then you're adding the other words to it to get an idea of what the word meant. So that is really when you're looking at compound words, and especially the longer compound words, have a look, break them up. And so two things: break them up when you want to understand them. Don't give up right away. Don't think, oh my God, I don't know what it is. I haven't got a clue, can't find it in the dictionary. Break the words apart. Long words in German can always be broken apart. Always have a look for the one word that you may understand. There may be a word, a part in it that you actually know. So before giving up, have a look at it, which word you know, and then start putting them together, or at first taking them apart, working out what it means, and then putting them back together again. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that. And perhaps you can, in the comments below, perhaps you can write a long word that you know, or any sort of compound words that you know, and perhaps you can find a longer word. Would love to hear from you about it, and if you have any longer words that, yeah, that would be fun to hear. And I will see you tomorrow for day number 10. Anyway, have a fabulous evening still, and I'll speak to you then. Bye. Tschüss.